Well, stay. What's up? I just woke up from a from a nap. Apparently, a pretty long nap. Um, and I've got a headache, but I took some Advil. A lot of times when I go to bed, I don't have a headache, but I wake up with a headache, and it's because I snore or something. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. I do have to help my wife. She gets some laundry going right now, so I'm gonna have to go AFK to help fold some laundry probably in the next 20 minutes. But I figured I'd check out the Epoch Ascent, the Revenge of Kaytotes. It doesn't look. I mean, I see. I was kind of funny because I was looking at, people like this, like Barry Gaming, just sitting at the login screen, and it's kind of comical. I mean, like sitting at the screen and trying to log in, right? It's like yeah, you can log in, you can get to the server, but whatever reason, when you go there, you just get disconnected instantly. And then I keep getting, and I'm getting this error as well, and I have no idea what glue XML glue parent is. But it says account message load headers failed. This sounds like a Ascension thing. I'm not familiar with a glue XML file. Let me Google that one. See if I can figure out which add-on that is. Glue parent.lua is part of the World of Warcraft client's Glue XML system, responsible for handling UI elements outside of the game world, such as login screen, character selection, and character creation. Okay, so it's something to do with the fact that, I know it's like, if you look at their comment, it's kind of hilarious, actually. It says, web launcher are handling load of having added epochs so far. Things are happening to improve these further. Resolved various authentications that were preventing getting past the login screen quickly. Other realms are still holding thousands of players. The stress test realm got up, and before even announcing it was up, thousands of you logged in. As expected, tons of lag and crashes on this core. And those are being incrementally fixed up now. The stress test realms will have rolling restarts as these crashes are worked through. There will be a lot of this. We are just getting started. I will announce if more people are needed to log in. Okay, that was like 7:30. And then about an hour later, okay, we've got 1,800 online, just in the human starting zone, without announcing this test. And it is a bit laggy. We see why and are fixing it. As many of you know, performance gets way worse the more people are in one area. 1,800 in one area is already unrealistic for one area. AKA 1,800 people sitting in, 1,800 people sitting in Northshire obviously is unrealistic. You want to get in Discord chat? What do you want to talk about? Once this update compiles, a restart will happen and testing will continue. ETA for compile is 15 to 20 minutes. So, anyways, I jumped on to see if I could maybe log in, but it looks like I can get to the server, but then when I click here, it always disconnects me. So. But I am gonna have to step away from the computer here eventually, like not for a long time, but just for like a few minutes. Just because I'm helping my wife like fold some laundry and shit. RL stuff. Let me see. I don't know. Where's my damn Discord? My damn Discord server go? Do 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 do. Did you fix your microphone? Did you fix your mic? Because last time, wasn't it? Your mic was really bad.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Maybe it wasn't you. Was it you last time who had your microphone was coming in muffled?
No, I don't believe so. I'm pretty squared away. I wouldn't
Okay,
have a muffled mic.
it was. I think it was Milan. I think it was Milan.
Oh, okay. So I just
Yeah.
caught the tail end. You weren't. You didn't join the initial launch.
Of the test.
Yeah.
No, I was actually sleeping. I was asleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun.
was it?
So yeah, literally everyone was
Mm-hmm.
funneled into the human starting zone,
Mm-hmm.
and basically everyone was trying. We were able to get in, and everyone was trying like uh, dwarf, gnome, like all the classes, and then someone's like, "I'm in on human," and then the wave just went. It was insane. Everyone was unknown.
Holy shit. Yeah, I see
So
it.
I
There's a
live.
screenshot here in the Epoch chat that Milan put up. Wait, are you Milan? Because
Oh,
I'm
cool.
getting confused. You're not Milan.
No, I'm
You're Havamal.
Havamal.
You're Havamal, and you show up in Discord as Havamal. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of new people on the
So,
Discord in the past like 3 weeks, so I'm still trying to
oh
remember
yeah,
everybody.
I'm definitely one of those newbies,
Yeah,
but I'm level 6 in the chat. No big deal.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The very first thing I did was beeline it straight to the dwarf zone to see if I could
Get to the
um,
city.
see if the stairs,
We're fixed.
yeah, see if the stairs were fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So I make
Did
it
you
all
make
the way to
it?
Stormwind,
Mm-hmm.
and I logged into, you know how the tram is an instance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would log, like, me and my buddies, we logged in,
Mm-hmm.
or we joined the instance, and we all instantly died.
Really? So as soon as you tried to
And
zone
then
into the tram, you just died?
yeah, and then we couldn't res,
Oh no,
and
so you had to create a new
then
character?
yeah, so we created new characters. It was pretty funny, but apparently after the like third or fourth reset, the tram started working, and someone confirmed that the stairs are indeed fixed.
Oh, that's good. Well, I wonder, because I know that
So
yeah, not Kaytotes, but I know that Dutch said that they were, for these stress tests, they were sticking people in a certain area. I wonder if they did anything else to prevent people from really going anywhere else. I wouldn't think they would, but yeah, but that's
yeah, it
interesting.
was it was wild.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this
I've
screenshot.
never been a part of a launch like this, so this was pretty exciting.
I have. I mean, I've been a part of the Lights Hope launch and the North. What was the other one? Northshire. I think it was called Northshire. And here, I'll actually pull up on my screen here. And they were huge. They were crazy. They had like I think we had like 14,000 people in 14 or 17,000. It was Northdale is what it was called, and that was a private server launch. And if you was it this one? Yeah, it was this one.
Okay, if we
Well,
get
what was funny about this launch is I forgot to, before the launch, to like turn my add-ons off, and so when I created a character, it just turned on every add-on that I had in the interface in the add-ons
Yeah.
folder. So I had all this crap. I had ads that I never even used, like Xpearl, and I mean like the X what's that crappy one? You can see it on the mini map, the Tower card, but you can just see there's all these add-ons that I don't even ever use. I tried them out and I just left them there. So like, and I didn't want to like log out because there were so many people. So you can see here on
Yeah.
this Northdale launch, you can see as I'm walking around, there's just tons of people. Let's see if I can get a better view of it.
Oh my, yeah, it looks like you just shoved all the add-ons out of
But
the way just so you could see your
yeah, I was
character
just
to
trying to,
play.
but you can see and these people, and it doesn't even look like a lot, but there was actually about 14 or 17,000 people on the server on this launch. And the thing is that it worked. Like, it was laggy, but the lag was a consistent lag. So you can see, like, if I went to like a Grell here and I attacked, you know, it would take like, a couple seconds before my ability actually did anything.
Mm,
But then the other launch I was a part of that was crazy was the original Classic WoW launch, and that one. And the funny part was, and there was a video by I think it was Barry Gaming. The guy's been kind of doing a lot of videos on this epoch. I think.
yeah.
Oh no, it was Azimuth. I don't know if you saw the Azimuth video. Somebody linked Azimuth's video, and he was talking about he got early access to Turtle WoW. But what I thought was funny about the the 1.18 patch for Turtle WoW, the new one that they just released yesterday or today actually. And what was funny in that one is he was saying, I can't believe that this private server project released this massive patch that has like all this content, and that Blizzard did season discovery, and they had all that time to work on season discovery, and it didn't have even anywhere near as much as what Turtle WoW put in just a one fucking patch. And he was talking about like a multi-billion-dollar company, and it made me think of the original Classic launch because the original Classic launch didn't run as well as this fucking private server launch. Like, and
Yeah.
it's just unbelievable that you got this company Blizzard who has all this money and all these resources, and they can't. Oh man, look at the font I had. I don't remember that font. Looking at the font, there's my damage numbers is appearing over this boar's head
Yeah,
right
that's
there. I'm
interesting.
like, that's an interesting font. I don't ever remember having this font. That's actually kind of a neat
That's
font.
definitely not Helvetica
Yeah,
in
you can.
this case.
Yeah, no, it's a different font. I don't remember that. Anyway, so it was just kind of funny, and but yeah, I mean, I think they're. It just seems like the Ascension team is on top of things. Like, I know Valsta is very. He's like, oh, the servers always ran shitty. Like when Kaytotes and they tried to bring it up a couple weeks ago, whatever, it was shitty. But I think
Hmm.
they're. I mean, you got to realize that the core they're running on the Ascension servers is the Trinity core. So they're running the same core, the same emulation that Epoch was. So the only difference between Epoch's code and Ascension's code is that Epoch uses TypeScript, which is just a JavaScript language. That's the only difference, really. Yeah, but yeah, Volstad is
Yeah.
he's a natural pessimist. But I mean, which is really not a big difference when you think about it. It's just a scripting language. One scripting language is very similar to every. It's type safe as
Well,
opposed to it's a strongly
well,
typed language.
type.
As opposed to like JavaScript, which is not. So
Yeah. Wait. So you're saying Ascension is running on JavaScript,
I don't
and
know what Ascension's running on. I'm just saying that they're not using TypeScript. So I don't know what scripting languages
got it.
they're using on Trinity Core. I just know that
Yeah.
Epoch is using TypeScript, and even
Yeah. So
so.
JavaScript runs on the V8 engine,
Hmm.
and that is single core. So that's
Okay,
not. It's not multi-threaded.
yeah,
So
I don't know
I
what
think
TypeScript
like
is.
that might be.
Yeah, if you look,
Say again? No,
yeah, I don't know what TypeScript
it's
is.
not.
If you look at TypeScript WoW, right, there's a whole project for it, right? It's just called TS WoW, and that's what Epoch is using TS WoW. I don't know what Ascension uses, and I don't know enough about because I mean I did set up a Trinity Core like a week ago just to see how easy it would be to set up a Trinity Core server and client. It literally took me like I don't know 30 minutes or an hour to do it. It didn't take long at all.
Yeah, you motivated
Um,
me to do it too,
it
because
was
you
really
you
easy.
mentioned that you did it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it too. So yeah, I was able to
Yeah,
get it up.
it was really easy. I deleted it all now. I don't even have the code anymore, but it was really easy. So but yes, but my point is, there's not that much difference between what Ascension's running on their servers versus what Project Epoch was trying to run. So they have like 9 years experience running multiple versions, So I'm pretty confident that they're gonna figure out whatever needs to be figured out. I mean, like I said, my estimate on when the Epoch's gonna come up for people to play is my estimate was like Monday, Tuesday time frame. We'll see what
Oh
happens. But
man, caffeine. I'm so sad you said that. I
why?
have a bet with my buddy.
What'd he say?
Um,
Yeah.
so I bet that 11:59 Saturday Hawaiian time, the servers will be up, and he
Yeah,
said no.
yeah. I
And I'm
think
betting $15 of
$15.
Epoch money.
Is there Epoch money? I don't even.
Well, like whatever the cosmetic is,
Yeah,
I said like winner gets whatever that cosmetic. So it'd be like a victory,
yeah. I gotcha.
and a pretty fun bet. So yeah, it's not looking good for me. Ugh. I think you're right. I think it's gonna be Monday.
I was thinking like Monday, Tuesday
So
time frame, but
yeah, I was thinking like they were trying to compete against the launch of Turtle WoW,
it,
but
it, it
it
kind of
just
felt like they were, but I just don't think it's realistic.
yeah, but also like it's not a competition type of thing. Like people are going to
No.
be playing both, or people are going to play a little of this, a little of that, and
Hmm.
it might be better to have people maybe be invested into like Turtle WoW and then play a little bit later.
Well, I always thought, when Kaytotes
So
when they were trying to bring,
real quick,
yeah, go ahead.
close your game
Hmm.
and close your
Launcher.
yeah. So quit the game
Hmm.
and close the yeah the launcher,
Hmm. I did.
close it out, and now try to re-enter it, and you should be able to hit there was like a weird bug I noticed that like if you hit authenticating or handshaking, you couldn't get past that until you fully exited out of the launcher.
Okay, so you think I might actually be able to get in?
You probably won't be able to get in,
Oh,
but
yeah. It,
um, you'll get past.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get to the realm screen, but every time I get to the realm screen and
Oh,
click
okay.
OK, it just says connected. The same thing that happened on Epoch. Remember when Epoch brought up their
Yeah.
servers? I was having the same issue with Epoch where it was just like, yeah, you're connected,
Gotcha.
now you're disconnected. But
That's weird because I'm stuck on the character screen.
yeah, you're stuck on the character screen. Yeah, I can't even get to it. Cynical's saying username or email works. The problem is I don't have a username. That's the funny part. Like,
Yeah.
like when they claim that they took our accounts from Epoch over, because remember, I already had an Ascension account with a different email,
Uh,
right? And I was, since Epoch doesn't have any kind of an interface to log into, like when you go to Project Epoch's website, right? You can't like log into anything. There's no way to validate like what your email is or anything. You just have what you had, right? So I knew that when I logged into Epoch, I always used my username and my password. And
mhm.
let me take a look. But I have a password manager. Let me take a look at my what I have listed in my password manager for Project Epoch. Because usually I'll put a username in my password entries, and like here I don't have one. So like when I go to my password manager for Project Epoch, it's only my username is my email. So
Yeah.
whereas for example, like if I log into Ascension with my other email account, it'll actually come up and say at the top right corner, it'll say "Welcome Shady Hacks," which is my username, right? But if you look
Hmm.
at my launcher right now, my Ascension launcher, if you can see it on my stream here, it says logged in as, and it just says my email.
Interesting. So
So I don't know what my
go
username
to
is what I'm trying to tell you. For Project Epoch, I don't even know what my username is. As far as I know, it's just my email.
go to your like in the browser, go to Ascension WoW, or you can click on the store and then go to the web. But you just want to go into the actual web portal. Yeah. And then I think there's like a web. Oh, strange. I wonder if you were I wonder if you were kind of that edge case that they were talking about. Remember how Dutch was like, there's some people that are going to have this uh, use or I think it was like username, and then there's going to be AS merge, ACS merge appended to it. I wonder if you're that edge case. He said that there weren't a lot of people, but there were some. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Yep. Yeah. Merge. Yep. Yeah, I think you're the rare case. Good job, caffeine. Way to break the game. Uh huh. Wow. Yep. So exit or cancel. Well, you have to. Yeah. Yep. So ASC. Yep, that's it. What do you mean? Oh, okay. So you have to enter through the web portal first. That was another part of the instruction. But this is unknown territory because you're that edge case, or we think who you are. Yeah. Yeah, with your username. Yeah, see, yeah, you have to log out of the launcher. Um, so I'm new to Windows. Why does it ask for permission every time you have to launch Ascension? Yeah, that's weird. Hmm. People on Reddit were saying like they didn't trust it, so they were just logging in through the actual game. Got it. Yeah, or Epoch. Doesn't ask. So I thought that too. So I moved it out of my program files, and I still got the same thing. Got it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was silent because I muted because I sneezed and I muted my microphone on the stream, but I didn't mute my microphone in Discord. So I was talking
Oh,
to have them all. Anyway, so let's try logging in with the Shady Hacks account, right? So now we're going to be logged in as Shady Hacks. You've been authenticated. Now we're going to try playing the game with my other account, and we should see the same behavior, right? Same thing. So same behavior. Now if we go in, let's try username Shady Hacks, and we get the same behavior. So either account logs in, but neither one lets me. I can't get into the game.
oh,
Maybe don't call something a
but it
project anymore.
worked.
What do you mean it worked?
You used your username.
Yeah, because this is my Ascension account. We logged in with a different email, so this is my Ascension account.
Got it.
Right? Because I've got two accounts.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's two. I have two accounts because I have two different email. And actually, in Dutch it said if you have any issues, message me. So I actually took him up on it. I actually messaged him initially and said, hey, because initially what they said in that message was you should be able to log in to the Ascension launcher with your new account that was pulled over from Epoch. Well, I could not, right? I couldn't do that. So what I did was, since I couldn't, then I went and I thought, well, it's possible Because a lot of times I'll play a private server and then I won't play it for like 2 or 3 years and I'll come back and play it again. And sometimes I'll either forget that I played it or I'll forget what my credentials were. And since I have an old email that's like an old Hotmail email that I used years ago, there's that transition where I went to Gmail, right? But some of these old private servers I played way back when I still was on Hotmail. So I never always. Sometimes I'm
Got it.
not sure which email I used for certain private server accounts. Anyways, so there was a thought process that I might possibly have multiple Ascension accounts, one under each email. And that would have been really interesting because I could have had two Ascension accounts, one under my Hotmail, one under my Gmail. And then when they pulled over my Epoch, which was under my Gmail, that would have been interesting. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I did find out.
So.
I did find out today that the store, the currencies, those three currencies, the Rexar and the other things, are not going to work with Epoch.
That was my other question. One of my I haven't asked the question yet because I wasn't really too concerned about it really, but I have currency. Like if you go here, where does it? Why doesn't it show my currency? Let me go to the website. Well, if you go to the website,
I think you have to go to store.
You have to go to store. You can see it on the website, but you can see my current currency.
Yeah.
I've got 5.
Well, you can see it right behind you.
Yeah, on the website. But I've got 5, 30, 75. Yeah. So this is, I don't remember like what these stand for, to be honest, but I mean this is money. Like this currency I have is, and this is probably like $50, $70 worth of real money here that I've got.
Yeah, and right now they're having a Bronzebeard sale and it's 50% off. So I was like, should I take advantage of it? Like I wanted to know to take advantage of the 50% off deal.
Like Bronzebeard, yeah, I don't think so. I think Bronzebeard is kind of garbage, to be honest. But
yeah, but because of the launch, because they were promoting the launch, they have a discount on the currency.
Oh, they always have, like the 3X. You mean the 3X DP?
50% off. So you get 3X, and then you get an additional 50% off.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I mean,
so I was like, should I take advantage of this?
I mean, that's how Ascension gets you, is they run these deals all the time, like all the time. In fact, the 3X DP is almost always active. There is it's way more active than it isn't. I can tell you that. When I played Ascension, it was at 3X like probably 80% of the time. As far as the 50%, I've never seen the 50% before. But of course, Dutch is no dummy. They're very good at getting people's money. That was one thing. I never pay a lot of money for private servers. I never spent a lot of money on World of Warcraft in general, right? I spent more money playing 1 month of Ascension WoW than I had in years of playing regular WoW, like years, right? Because the way they do it is, it's so appealing. You're like, oh, look at these cool cosmetics. They give you stuff that's super powerful. Like, oh, you can buy this Hearthstone for like $5 that lets you hearth straight to like Booty Bay or something. You know, and that's so powerful. Like, it's like, okay, I've got my Hearthstone set to Stormwind, or maybe I've got my Hearthstone set to like Darnassus or something. But I can just use this Hearthstone anytime I want, and it takes me right to Booty Bay. And then you can buy like a bunch of them. Like if I log into Ascension, I've got like 5 or 6 different Hearthstones on some of my characters. You can just warp all over the world, you know.
Who needs a mage when you're powered by Visa?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Swipe to win. And then they have the XP. They have the XP potions, right? Where you buy those, and they're super powerful, right? Super powerful. And so they have this system called like the Legacy or some odd system. Like if you go to their website, let's see if we can find it, right? There's like
I did find out
there's like a
that
ranking
you can.
system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it is though. It's been so long since I've looked for it. Here.
I did find out that you can. What's it called? Craft. So alchemists can craft those XP potions. I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty cool. But there's a prestige system. For players who relish the thrill of leveling and wish it could directly impact their end-game progress, Ascension's... This is a genius idea on their part. Ascension's prestige mode is the ultimate feature. Prestige mode basically lets you continuously enjoy the leveling journey while significantly advancing your character's power and capabilities. So the more times you level from 1 to 60, you get prestige ranks. Every time you level from 1 to 60, a character, your prestige rank goes up. And you get stuff for it. And so, of course...
That is awesome.
But here, think about it. Here's the catch. Because you get stuff for it, what's the fastest way to level 1 to 60? Use the experience potions. Where you get the experience potions, you buy them from the shop. So people sit here and buy the potions because they want to rank up their prestige. Not only that, it's a cool system, But not only that, they have a leaderboard. And when I was playing this and they first put Prestige in, it was still relatively new. Like if I leveled 1 to
Uh-huh.
60 like 10 times, I'd be like top 10 on the leaderboard. And it's pretty cool to be like, hey man, look at me. I've leveled 1 to 60 more than anybody in the game. I mean, it's kind of appealing. You're
Yeah.
like, who doesn't want to see themselves on a list as like number one or number two, number three? It's like if you ever played Black Desert Online, it's so cool in Black Desert Online. It ranks every single profession. It even ranks your overall
Yep.
gold. You can like look at your gold and say, hey,
Yep.
out of all the people that are logged in the server right now, I'm the third fucking richest person here, which is cool, right? You're like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or I'm the
That's
number
really
one best
smart.
I'm the number one best crafter. I'm the number one best alchemist on the server. I'm the highest level character on the server. And in Black Desert, that's a dopamine thing because there's no maximum level, right? You can be like
Yeah.
63.23, so it's crazy. So the way Ascension did some of their stuff was really smart. Um, Wife sending me a text, and it makes them a ton of money.
That's scary how good the system is, because I would fall for that trap. I'd be like, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
I
I did.
want to be the best at X.
I
That's just
wanted.
so
Well,
enticing.
the leveling was so easy, and because of the open pick system where you can pick, like you can create a character that has, pick whatever abilities you want. So I created a character who had like renew, had shield, had earth shield, had like backstab, warrior charge, overpower. I mean, she was unstoppable. You couldn't kill her. Like, and I could just run through the leveling content, just pulling like every mob known to man because I was pretty much unkillable.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
it's
That's
fun.
really
It's
cool.
it's like really fun. Like, oh, this is cool. And I would PvP people. People would attack me, and there was this one. I wish, and I know somewhere I've got this clip. This is something that I've wanted to do is go through all my live streams and pull out really cool clips and clip them out and make whole, add a whole new list of clips all the times I've played different versions of WoW because I know that would get me a lot of subs. And I'm actually thinking about using AI to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to use AI to scrub all my videos and look, but I'm not sure how I can do it. But anyways, but
That'd be really expensive.
it'd be really cool though because there's one battle on that character, that Ascension character, where I go up against someone else who thinks their build is really good, their custom build with all whatever hybrid class, and so they keep trying to attack me, but they can't kill me because my character's like invincible. So they chased me from Arathi Highlands all the way to South Shore, they chased me, fighting me the whole way, right? So I'm walking past the Arathi Highlands, and I'm going up north past the Raptors, and I go under that big bridge that goes into that zone, where South Shore is, and I get all the way to South Shore, and finally, here's the funny part. He keeps trying to kill me, and I can't kill him because my character's good, but she's very tanky, so she doesn't do like super bursty damage. So I wasn't able
Mhm.
to kill him. But then we got close to South Shore, and two of the guards that were kind of off in the woods charged over, and
So you got some backup.
one of the guards shot him with an arrow, and it stunned him. And that's all I needed was that one stun. I jumped on him and I killed him, and I was like, man, this guy's gonna be pissed because he chased me for like 10 minutes, and then he finally got over there. And this archer,
I'd be so tilted if I was that person.
this fucking town guard just literally shot an arrow, and the arrow stunned him. That was the funny part. The archer stunned him with an arrow. It wasn't like they hit him; they stunned him, and the stun was enough for me to take him out. But there's just funny moments like that. But yeah,
So,
so
two quick things. One is, speaking of like leaderboards or like being recognized in the game. That's
mm.
so cool that you and I are in that plaque that
Yeah,
is going to
apparently
be.
we are in the plaque.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to find it. I
Mhm.
was looking for it, and I can't find it anywhere. So I'm really curious to see where it's going to be.
Yeah, and the funny part was I had ended my my sponsorship, but it hadn't ended yet. It was going to end at the end of this month. And then when I saw that they were going to do the plaque, I just went ahead and renewed it again. So I should still have I should still get it because I've been sponsoring them since I don't know, for like a month maybe. Like I started maybe when did they launched on the 26th, right? I think it was the 26th of last month.
27th, yeah.
Was it 27th? Actually, I think I probably started my sponsorship on like 8. I would imagine like somewhere between 8.1 and 8.5 is when I started it. And then around 8, after the shenanigans, like the after they lied about the shadow launch and said it wasn't, I actually went and
Hmm.
ended the sponsorship. But then when I saw that comment they were gonna like give us like a plaque, then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna re-enable it. So I did. So I don't know if because I like ended, even though it wasn't really ended, because it goes through the end of the month. So I'm assuming I'll probably still get that whatever that is, the plaque. So we'll see. But
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
know when I sponsored them, they had about 80 people, right? When I sponsored, they had like 50, somewhere between 50 and 80, and I sponsored them, and then they got all the way up to what they are now, which is
Yep.
like 350 or whatever it is. So
Yeah, I sponsored them like around the same time you did,
yeah,
like around the 50 to 80. But I did a
yeah,
one time,
I did
so
the
I'm like,
recurring.
oh,
Yeah.
I just did a large one times like donation, and then
Hmm.
like what I was gonna do is like donate inside the game. But I
Hmm.
was like, okay, they need help, so I gave them a donation. But hopefully, I'm on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be
And
cool.
then
I mean, I hope that I really hope that Epoch works. And I know Volstay is like, we were all, here's the thing. We were all set to play on Turtle WoW on Ambershire. But, and Volstay
mhm.
is probably, Volstay, you must admit, you're probably a little bit more curious about Epoch now than he was because he's playing a Hunter and they totally fucked Hunter. Like the 1.18 patch for Turtle WoW ruined BM Hunter, which is what he plays, because they got rid of Bestial Wrath. So now he like is getting killed in PvP scenarios where before he wasn't. So he's all pissed off
Oh yeah,
because he can't, because there's no Bestial Wrath. So now he doesn't have like
yeah,
his
that
pet.
sucks.
So people just fear his pet and kill him, and he's like, mother. But but just looking at the talent trees for Epoch, they're so much better than the Turtle WoW talent trees. There's so much more. There's so much more flexibility. There's a lot more built talents in there. There's a lot more custom stuff in there. And of course,
Yeah,
it's
I
the
agree.
Burning Crusade talent trees to begin with, which I think are pretty much the best talent trees in the history of World of Warcraft. Like, Wrath Lich King went kind of got away from just fixing issues and started trying to like homogenize a little bit. And then of course after Wrath, it all started going downhill, and it reached the pinnacle with the Mist of Pandaria, where they completely changed the talent trees and got rid of them entirely and did that stupid like, oh, you get all these abilities and like level 15 you get to pick one of three, and at level 30 you get to pick one of three, which was just stupid, right? It's horrible.
Yeah,
Um, they got rid of war and they
yeah,
killed war mode. Yeah, the
it
other thing too
simplified
is
it all.
yeah they did, they simplified it. They got rid of war mode. They still have war mode Volstay, but they changed it. It used to be that you got a flat 20% experience increase if you were flagged war mode, right? But they changed it now. It's only 5%. So they were thinking that everybody was going to level with war mode on is going to have it turned off. Now you're saying World PP is gone. It unflagged me. What do you mean it unflagged you? So you can't stay war mode? I'm not sure what he's saying. Yeah, and about Hotmail though,
So
Voss, Hotmail kind of turned into Outlook now. It's still Hotmail. Like my account is Hotmail, but when you go to Hotmail, it's Outlook, right? It's Microsoft Outlook. But
the crazy thing about Turtle like war mode is if you're flagged, let's say you are flagged for war mode, I can just camp you, and as soon as you get low in health, I can attack you,
hmm
and then all I have to do is avoid PvP for 5 minutes, and then you can't touch me, and
yeah, that's
that's
stupid.
lame.
That's lame. And
So you take all the risk for what, 5%? Like 5% XP? That's just not worth it. So
no, it is not. Look at this E3. Wow, 2002. This is awesome.
dang, 2002.
Yeah. Look at the spell animation for what is this? What is she casting? Fireball? Oh my God, that fireball is like
It,
geez, it's like a freaking flamethrower. It's like the Redeemer from Unreal
whoa.
Tournament. It's like a nuclear warhead. It's a Scud missile. She didn't just throw a fireball. It's like a Scud missile. Look at this thing. Let's rewind that. That was like some. That was a pretty scary looking spell. Look at the Scud missile come out. Whoosh. Holy hell, that was actually pretty cool looking. I wish it still looked like that. That's like sick. Mm,
I like
yeah.
that's like Dragon Ball Z status right
Hmm.
there. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This effect. I'm commenting on the disco effect is awesome.
the first time I played World of Warcraft, I was I think like 11 years old,
Yeah.
and I made a character, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome." I moved the camera so I was looking straight down on my character,
Hmm.
and I didn't know how to fix it, so I thought I broke the character, so I deleted it and tried it again.
You thought you broke the character.
uh, yeah, I'm like,
Uh,
oh, well, all right, I guess I'll just start a new character.
Oh my God. Let me see if Turtle Wow. Yeah, they. I heard. Hey, Valse. Valse is saying what happened earlier is he is an unflagged level 50 warrior charged him, which is weird because so he's unflagged. That's the worst part is with the war mode is you can be flagged, and they're always going to get the first hit because they're unflagged. You can't hit them because they're unflagged, but they can hit you because you're
Yep.
flagged. So they always get the first strike. So the warrior charges him, fears him and his pet, gets him down enough,
And
and
they start
executes him.
combat when they want to.
Yeah, exactly. And so he got him down. He basically fears him, and this is what I was talking about with Warriors Valstay, and that's why you need a PvP trinket. You need a PvP trinket for that scenario because normally what happens is if a warrior charges you, you can like if you can just send your pet and cast intimidation. But if that doesn't work, you've got to be able to break his stun, right? But he said the warrior charged him, got him down enough, and executed him before he even clicked a button. That's insane. Yeah. Well, see, with me, I
Yeah,
play, I
that's just
play,
not fair.
yeah, when I played Survival Hunter in Vanilla WoW, like just regular Vanilla WoW, the retail version, and I was basically a melee hunter. So how I handled that was I would, if they charged me, I would immediately deterrence. And because I was spec'd into like monkey and everything, my dodge is like once I had deterrence, my dodge is like I don't know, like 30, what is it, 20% on top of what my dodge was. So it's probably like 54% dodge or 55% dodge, and like
That's a
30%
warrior's wet
or
dream,
like
though.
30% parry and yeah, I was killing rank 13 warriors in Arathi in Altrock Valley with a melee hunter. So, but
Oh wow.
yeah, I could kill him one of them, but it always came down to usually as long as I got either the opener or if he was coming at me, I had a chance to prepare. I mean, if he hit me like and I never saw him coming, then yeah, it was very difficult to win the encounter. As long as I saw him coming or I opened the encounter, I had a really good chance to win. So what's going on here? Ensure you verify game files. What is this? All right.
So hey Val, are you gonna play Epoch or are you playing Turtle WoW?
Who?
Uh,
Are you asking me? You said Bell or something.
no, no, Val.
Oh, Val. I thought you said Bell. Yeah. Yeah, his response is Epoch doesn't even work.
True. Okay.
Well, the thing is Sunday. So Sunday, like tomorrow, me and my wife are going to her mom's house and we're hanging out with her parents. So tomorrow I'm busy. I will play tomorrow when I come home. I'll stream. I don't know if I'll be playing anything, but Ambershire releases on Sunday. Hey Valstay, do we know what time Ambershire comes up on Sunday? If I can find it really quick. It should be on their main website. So Turtle. Wow. So 1 day and 13 hours. So 1 day would be 10. See, tomorrow is Saturday at 10 p.m. So then 12 hours would be 10 a.m. So it looks like 1 o'clock, if I'm thinking if my brain's working right. Like maybe 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Sunday my time or something like thereabouts. Oh, once we get closer, but yeah, but I'm gonna be playing Turtle Well for on Embershire for sure on Sunday. But I don't know what's gonna happen with Epoch because, like I said, I don't think they're gonna have the servers up and running until like Monday or Tuesday. But I'm definitely gonna play on them because I'm super excited about the way the talent trees work in Epoch. So
Nice.
yeah, as Valsi is saying, that his main takeaway from Turtle WoW is that world PvP is dead, and Hunter seems to only work for PvE. We haven't. You know what we could do? We could go Garabashi on Project Epoch, but that would mean we're going to be a hardcore PvP in it. You know, which I didn't really want to do because since the server has so much custom content, I wanted to explore the custom content, which is kind of hard to do if you're constantly getting ganked.
But part of the custom content is the ganking because
Mm-hmm.
you can loot, there's XP, like that's going to incentivize an
Well,
entire different
but you can do that.
aspect.
I mean, you can still do that on Kazan. You just run around with war mode on, right? I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like the the type of person that's going to be there is going to be looking more for a brawl than to quest.
What
So
on Garabashi?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oh
on
yeah. Well,
Girabashi.
here's the problem.
So
I've played a ton of private servers. I've played like tons of private servers. And anytime, and even retail servers, but anytime I've played on a PvP realm on a private server, it's just, especially if you're Alliance, it's not as bad. If you're Horde, it's different because the people who play Horde have a different mentality. And this has been proven by years and years of playing on both sides. I've played Horde on private servers. The Horde players just gank like fuck. They don't care. They don't give a shit. Like, if you're like an Alliance and you're like level 50 and a level 20 Horde walks by, most Alliance players won't attack because that's not their mentality. They just don't. They'll keep going. But if you are a level 20 Alliance and you walk past any Horde that's like 10 plus levels higher than you on a private PvP server, 9 times out of 10, they kill you. Even if they're 10, 20, 30 levels ahead. So my problem with PvP servers is you rarely get fair fights. Okay. Right. The only way you're going to get a fair fight is if you purposely initiate PvP against people that are around your level. Right. It's the only way you get a fair fight. Outside of that, you're going to constantly be getting killed if you're Alliance, because this is just
interesting.
which is just something I've observed. And the funny part is, Horde players, the people who play Horde, who love PvP and love to go around just killing everybody, they don't care what level they are. They don't really seem to understand that because they're not playing Alliance. They don't understand the mentality, right? The people that play, because there's a lot of the problem is like the Lights Hope server was a PvP server. They didn't. I don't even think they had a PvE server. The Northdale server was a PvP server. So these are individual private server projects that only had one server, and the one server was PvP. So if you wanted to play there, you had no choice. You had to play PvP because that's the only server they had. Um, Now, I guess Nostalria has had a PvE realm, which I didn't realize that. I thought they only had the one. But now this is a little different because now Project Epoch has a PvP and a PvE realm. And what's interesting is the PvE realm, Kazan, has like 3 or 4 times more people trying to play it than the PvP server. So the PvE server in this case is way more popular. Like way, not even close, right? So would you rather play on a server
Yeah.
that's in high demand or one that's not? Yeah, I'd rather be on a server that's in high
Well,
demand.
yeah, same. And I feel like you lose a little bit about the like what the vision of Epoch is if you go to a PvP server
Yeah.
because of the war mode and things like that. If you like, that was kind of built in, um, and you won't have that decision to make on a PvP server, and then you won't be able to collaborate with other people.
Well, and the other thing too, like Voss is saying, he's got the Horde mentality playing on the blue team on the Alliance teams because he's pure chaotic evil. So he's one of those players who just likes to kill everybody. And I don't have a problem with those players, as long as I don't have a problem with those players as long as they don't do this where they kill let's say I'm level 50 and I see like a level 10 Horde and I kill them, and then I corpse camp them. That's where I draw the line. Like if you come and kill me once and you're like 30, 40 levels above me, I don't really care. But if you do it over and over again, then I get
Yeah,
irritated because it's just stupid. Because there's no challenge. I don't see what you're getting at. At that point, I think you've got a mental problem. I mean, honestly, if you're killing someone over and over
yep,
again where there's no challenge, there's no way the other person has any chance at all to beat you, then in my mind, you have an issue. There's something mentally
yeah.
wrong with you.
That's the same.
Like
That's
it's
the
like
same person that's like stomping on ants.
yeah, that's like in real world, this person probably has, they're probably like ugly or maybe they're not good at sports. I don't know, but there's some sort of, they got a really bad personality disorder issue or that, they have no self-esteem or something. There's something wrong with that person that they feel like they need to flex their muscles in a video game because they can't do it in the real world. So, and Valsday saying, I move like a shark, sitting still and camping is lame. Yeah, so
Nice.
so he's saying that he never corpse camp. See again, so Valse doesn't do that. Valse doesn't do that. He doesn't kill you and then just kill you over and over. Again, I have no problem with someone killing me because that's what it is. It's World of Warcraft. It's Horde versus Alliance. So if you see me and you want to kill me and you kill me, I have no problem with that. But if you corpse camp me and you're like 30, 40 levels higher than me, then I get annoyed because to me that's just stupid. But the thing is, like I'm saying, on a PvP server, I've tried playing PvP servers like recently, and I always just get annoyed because the problem is I play classes that aren't good in PvP a lot. I play like a Protection Paladin. Protection Paladin has no chance against any caster in Vanilla WoW. If a Warlock comes up, they
Mm,
just fear me, they dot me up, I'm dead. If a Mage comes up, they just sheet me, they get max range, they start bombing frost bolts and shit, and I'm dead. I have no chance whatsoever. That's not true. I've killed mages before on a Protection Paladin, but I don't have a very good chance. Now against like a Rogue or Warrior, I've got a little bit of a chance, but Not much of one. Warrior can fear me and pretty much kill me, and a rogue, if he's smart, he's just going to open up on me and keep me stun locked and kill me. Um, so yeah, so I play Protection Battle, which just isn't really fun to play on a PvP server because you can't kill anybody. And then the other class I play a lot is Melee Hunter, and Melee Hunter, it's good end game. Like when I get my good gear at the end, it's pretty good. But like as I'm leveling up, it's not real strong for PvP. Like when
Yeah.
I'd say up until about level maybe 40. Once I get to 40, if I start to get good gear, it can be pretty potent. But again, against casters. But I mean, that's kind of the way World of Warcraft works. If you're like a melee class, you're not always that good against casters. But if you're a melee class, you're good against other melee. Unless you're like maybe a rep
I feel
paladin.
like I feel like if I versed a melee hunter, just because it's so niche, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
know how to fight a
Well,
melee hunter.
what type of class do you
So
play?
like, so I usually play shaman or rogue.
Well, the thing with the rogue is like the strength of the melee hunter, like the way at least on vanilla WoW, like when I was playing like Ultra Rock Valley against rank 13, rank 14 people, the way I beat most people is kind of it's really revolves around your traps. I mean, you have to get an immolation trap off. Like you've got to get your trap off because it does around 900 damage. So, which is a
Gotcha.
pretty good chunk. I mean, people like in rank 14 gear, maybe they've got 5,000, 6,000 health. I don't know, somewhere around there. So, I mean, it's going to take a pretty good chunk. And then your pet, since the way I built my melee hunter is it's really a survival beast mastery spec. So your pet still has BM, right? Your pet still has bestial wrath. So it's just that you have deterrence. You're spec'd into monkey, so your base dodge rate because of your agility talent as well, which every gives you like 10 or 15% more agility. It gives you 10%, 15% more agility based on whatever your agility you already have. So your agility is really high, which plays into your dodge, your parry, and your crits. Your crit's really high. So every time you use Raptor Strike, you're pretty much critting like half the time almost, right? And every time,
Nice.
and your base dodge is going to be like 35%. So just running around a monkey, your dodge is like 35%. Your parries are like 11%. And then if you pop deterrence, your dodge goes up to like 55% or something, and your parry goes up to like 30%. So, so against rogues and against warriors, your key ability is basically just send your pet, right? Let your pet do some damage. Maybe pop beast. You're gonna pop beast your wrath pretty soon against a warrior because you don't want the warrior to fear your pet. And then what you do against the warrior is you actually walk right up to him. You walk right up to the warrior, which the warrior never expects that from a hunter. The warrior, because you basically want to get to the warrior before he charges you. So you walk up to the
Yeah.
warrior. In vanilla, you don't have the capstone talent in Turtle Wild that allows you to trap while in combat. So you walk up to where you feign death, you drop immolation trap right on top of him. And if you want to set it up, you can even use your pet's intimidation stun to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. But I like to save the intimidation to kind of self peel. So bestial wrath, let the pet do some damage, run up there, feign death, drop an immolation trap on him, wing clip him. If you're taking any kind of massive damage, you just deterrence, and you're going to pretty much parry block almost everything he throws at you. And then you use your pet's intimidation, and then you just move away. You move at distance, you get him with serpent sting, concussive shot, and you just kind of kite him a little bit. And usually he just dies at that point. Now it's close
Oh
because
man,
because
that's
they
fun.
they hit so hard, rank 13, 14 warriors hit like a truck. So, but you've got it. As long as you get your trap off and you get a full beast or wrath rotation off, you're in a good situation. Rogue is actually quite a bit easier. Rogue is actually quite a bit easier with your base dodge rate and with deterrence. You can literally sit right in front of a rogue and almost kill him. You can almost just kill a rogue hand to hand because you're just blocking and
That's
parrying
crazy.
so much stuff. Again, your pet's doing a lot. Your pet's a BM pet, so your pet's doing a ton of damage, right? Your pet's doing a lot of damage. You can stun them with your pet with intimidation. You can pop BCRS. So rogue is actually pretty easy. With the rogue, as long as you're not stun locked, you just want to pop it. You just want to pop a turrets, get your immolation trap down, and then just slap him in the face with raptor strikes, wing clips, and any mongoose spots you proc. And most times you're gonna probably kill him. Most rogues end up running for me if that happens. Like if I get the opener on him with get deterrence up and get an immolation trap on him and get my pet on him, most rogues end up running away from me because they just realize, oh shit, I'm getting killed. you know. But then when you go up against like a mage, you're just mana draining at that point. With a mage, you just have to kite. You just hit him with Viper Sting,
Mm.
and so the melee hunter I play is I allow my melee hunter to use. I don't allow my melee hunter to use concussive shot. So the only thing I let my melee hunter use is stings and melee. So he can use Viper Sting, Serpent Sting, Scorpion Sting, although I never use Scorpion Sting. Really, the only thing I use melee wise or range wise is Serpent Sting because I just treat it like it's a dot because it's just all poison damage anyway. I just treat it like
Yeah.
kind of like Poison Dart from what is that version of WoW? Oh, what's it called? Battle for Azeroth, I think had it. It was one that introduced I think Poison Dart for Survival Hunters. So I just treat it like a Poison Dart, and then I use Viper Sting just to mana drain like priests and warlocks and mages. But mages are tough. I mean, obviously, if they get the jump on you, you're pretty much screwed. Like if warlock fears you, it's going to be tough. You know, you're not going to match up well against a caster. But you know, when does a melee ever match up well against like a warlock? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Jr.?
Oh, hey, my wife just texted me, so I need to go.
Yeah, cool, man.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Good to talk. Good talking.
Nice hanging out with you guys.
Yep.
Later.
Yep, later. All right, so what's up, McGiggles? Your body is ready for fresh oil. I gotta take a break here. I gotta see if my wife needs me for folding some laundry, so I'm gonna go AFK a minute. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to do some laundry folding and stuff. These private servers, yeah, these private servers are a little crazy. I don't even know what's going on. Here, let's see. Is there any update on the Ascension? Okay, here's another update that just came out 3 minutes ago. I couldn't even get into the stress test. I know some people did. I could not. I just kept getting disconnected. Got a lot of good results. Lots of crashes. Fixes got in. Had 2K people in just one zone, which is a good indicator we are on the right course to hold as many players as needed. Still more crashes defined and fixed. No more stress testing tonight. I'm expecting to start back up likely afternoon Euro time. So it looks like they're done. Yeah, I couldn't even get in. I could get to the loading screen with the server, and I was trying to go to the server. It would just say disconnected. So everybody with their mpreg images, people are really rolling with that one. And they keep doing the gay shit too, which is look at this is so disgusting. This is like I wish they would just. I mean, honestly, I wish they would just ban people for that shit because I don't want to sit here and look at this kind of nastiness. I mean, can we just not? Can we just start banning people? I mean, it's kind of sad, really. So, but whatever. I mean, if I ran this Discord, I would definitely put people in timeout for this kind of shit because it's just cluttering up the Discord with useless crap. But you know, these teenagers seem to think it's funny, so. Ugh. Damn, I thought my fucking chair just about broke. I've got these arms that can pop out. You know, the arms can move outward or inward, and when they do, they make this big popping sound. It scares the shit out of me sometimes. It's like, damn, did I just break the thing? But anyways, it looks like we're done with Ascension, with Epoch Ascent. We just let me message the moderators. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on. Dutch is the team lead. We got support. What we do? We do one last launch on the launch Ascension. Yeah, so servers aren't even up now. You can tell they're completely down. Like Dutch said. And it's close. So Voss, are you still there? I don't know if Voss is still there, if he's gone. Get your teams made on Turtle and ready for that. If it goes, we'll be fine. Yeah, I have to do that tonight. I've got my names reserved, but I haven't recreated them because you know how like when you go in and you just like, you just create the names to get your names reserved as fast as possible. You're not like, it always says this the first time I log in. I guarantee that what I typed in was valid. All right, it always forces me to like do it twice for some reason. So if we go to Amershire, right? Like obviously I'm not playing this character, and I'm not playing an orc warrior. Like we have 10 warriors, so obviously I need to delete these and recreate, but yeah. Oh, your names are never. Oh, you're lucky, man. See, some of the names I want are always taken. So. Yeah. Like. I mean, I wanted to get River. River was taken. I tried to get Faith. Faith was taken. I think there was one other name I tried to get, and it was taken. I think I tried. There were 3 names I tried to take. Hey, what? Hey, welcome back, Wellstate. Like there were 3 names I wanted to get, I couldn't get. But other than the 3 names that I couldn't get, I pretty much got. I've never actually. I always wanted to have Shady, because I use stuff like Shady Moon, Shady Faith, Shady Heart, Shady. I do a lot of different plays on the word Shady, so it was kind of cool to finally just get Shady, which I've never gotten before. And then I like Vale, I like Ren, I like Shy, and then I wanted to do a little tip to Reckful. I thought it'd be fun to play a rogue named Reckful because I always liked Reckful. He's a good guy. Fluid Master. So the Ascension servers testing are done for now. So they're going to go through it. They said they had 2,000 people in the same area and that the server was, you know, obviously it was struggling, but he said that's normal for any of their servers when they have that many people in an area. And so they're just like going through all the data and fixing issues. And so I do think that Ascension's going to be. I think that Epoch's going to be up on Monday or Tuesday. I think they're going to launch Monday, Tuesday. I mean, there is a chance they'll launch Sunday. I mean, they could launch Sunday, but I don't think they. I think they're going to launch Monday. Yeah, part of it was made by Fluid Master. That's hilarious, Fluid Master. Yeah. So, anyways, so Volstay. Here's the thing, Volstay. You're not liking Turtle Wow's PvP. What are we going to do about that? What are we going to do? I mean, we're playing on Ambershire, right? I mean, is the game ruined for you if you get? I mean, Ambershire has arena, doesn't it? I mean, Ambershire has like arena and has like, they have like, you know what I mean? I mean, they have arena and they have, so once you get max level, you can just do arena if you're wanting to be, but you like world PvP, so that's the thing. He likes world PvP, so you don't know. Well, a lot of people, I mean, so many people complained about the war mode change. I was surprised they didn't revert it back. I don't know why they didn't revert it back because so many people complained about it. Everybody in the comments and on their forums were complaining that their change to war mode basically ruined war mode and that world PvP was going to be dead. So I was really surprised that they kept it. Talk about not listening to your community. You know what I mean? It's like, why aren't you listening to your community? If 80% of the people are saying that you're basically ruining world PvP, what else do you need? Put it back the way it was. What is going on behind the scenes where you think you don't want world PvP? Oh, are they? That they deserve that one. They should have never replaced that. See, that's the one thing. The one thing that I've disliked about Turtlewell all along is they have made changes that I think are obvious mistakes. Like there's certain iconic. Like here's the thing. Classic WoW, like Classic Plus, you have to maintain the core of what Classic Plus is, and that extends all the way to the talent specializations. People identify with certain unique abilities that classes have across their talent trees, right? That's like going to a warrior and getting rid of like heroic strike, or going to a paladin and getting rid of judgment. I mean, these are just things that have been there for a long time. It's what people are used to, right? Bestial Wrath is the core of the BM Hunter. It's the core. It's the freaking core. The fucking eye. I mean, you can't take the core of what made a BM Hunter strong away. I don't care how many other abilities you give the BM Hunter. You've taken away this. What was so cool? I mean, what's cooler than popping Bestial Wrath and your pet grows like twice as big, right? He looks like like he's going to destroy anything, right? And he's immune. And the thing is, again, it's what makes BM work versus Shadow Priest. It's what makes BM work versus Warrior and Warlocks, because they need to have the pet doing damage through the fear cycles, right? Otherwise, it's worthless. Any Warlock now, any Shadow Priest, any Warrior is going to laugh at BM Hunters right now. They're just going to be like, oh, here comes your BM pet. I don't care. Fear. Fear. See ya. Mm-hmm. Like you can't change core, and Turtle has done this in a couple up blah 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 blah. They've done this in a couple other ways. I was never a fan of the tents. I was never a fan of the tents building up the rest time faster. I mean, on the surface, it's kind of interesting, and I probably wouldn't have been opposed to it if they slowed it down a little bit. Like saying like, but I never was a fan of that, and having everyone stand around a tent just was kind of weird, kind of a weird mini game unto itself. What I would have rather have had them do is that you could build a tent in the world. So like, how normally you have to, what I would have done is say, okay, you've got survival, right? Normally in World of Warcraft, if you want to log out and gain better rested XP when you're logged out, you log out at an inn. Because, oh, you're resting in an inn, you're going to sleep better, you're going to feel more rejuvenated, so your rest time is faster. Just make it so that you, with survival, you build a really cool tent, and then you get higher ranks of that tent. And then when you log out of the game, you can log out anywhere in the world as long as you deploy your little makeshift tent and you get in your sleeping bag and you log out, and then you get your rested XP. Maybe the first rank of your tent or whatever it is just like a regular inn, but maybe the higher rank you get, the faster it rejuvenates your rested XP. That would have been a far better system because it doesn't really change the basic way the game works. You know what I mean? And that's my one knock on Turtle WoW has always been that they still do put some stuff in that I think are questionable, things that I would never have done because they're a little bit too far away from what made vanilla vanilla. And I think that's why Project Epoch, on the surface, we haven't really played it. I mean, I played it before, but I haven't played the most recent version. That's why I feel that Project Epoch feels better than Turtle WoW, because I don't see any really crazy changes that pull characters away from kind of what their bread and butter really is. You know, what the character's like ideal playstyle is. You know, that class fantasy for that class. So yeah, that Beast Rider change is just a really big miss. And also, Turtle WoW's first attempt, and it's still attempts at Melee Hunter, are pretty piss poor. You know, like the aspect of the wolf, I still feel is pretty much kind of garbage. It's like, oh yeah, you got aspect of the wolf, and you do more damage, but still, 9 times out of the 10, if I'm fighting on my hunter here on Turtle WoW, I still sit in monkey. Because yeah, I don't do as much damage, but I take way less damage. And the other thing, like wolf is okay if you're killing one mob at a time, but a lot of times I like to pull 2 mobs, drop an explosive trap, and because my survival hunter does so much damage, my pet can't seem to hold threat, so I'm always getting hit by 2 mobs. Well, I'm not going to sit there in aspect of the wolf with 2 mobs beating on me. I'm going to go put in aspect of the monkey because I take a lot less damage. So again, the way they set up Melee Hunter in Turtle WoW is, in my opinion, is not a very good implementation. It is, right? Yeah, it is. Which is funny. I still think that the Melee Hunter in Turtle WoW is fun, and it's definitely better than like the regular vanilla WoW, because and the biggest reasons for that is there's a few more talents around increasing your trap damage, and there's also the fact that your Mongoose Bite is a regular ability now that can be used whenever you want to use it, whenever it's off cooldown. Where obviously in regular vanilla WoW that's not the case. You have to like dodge an attack or something to proc it, so you can't just use Mongoose whenever you want. And Mongoose Bite does more damage on Turtle WoW than it does in regular vanilla. It does shit damage. It does absolute shit damage. I mean, even unless you have like a massively powerful 2-hand weapon, and even then, it's only going to be hitting for like maybe 100, 200. My Mongoose Bite probably hits for that right now, and I'm only level 47, so with a shit weapon, you know. So. So, but I need to look at the talent. I need to look at the talent trees again. I need to figure out what I'm gonna main. Like, I mean, I want to play Hunter, obviously, but the other classes I'm thinking about playing is, you know, we've got the Paladin, and this is the build I came up. This is the build I came up for the Paladin. This is like that build I kind of came up for the Paladin for like a leveling build. Where's my Discord server at? As usual, I've got way too many windows open.
Hello there.
Hello there. Rogan Warrior. Well, the Warrior, on the surface, the Warrior looked... Remember I told you the Warrior looked stupid broken? Like, that was the thing. When I looked at the Warrior... Remember what we talked... I looked at the Warrior, yesterday or the day before, and I talked about Master Strike, and I talked about Precision Cut. Like, Execute already hits a shit ton, based on how much rage you have, right? Execute already hits really hard, but to sit here and say you're going to increase Execute's damage by 45%, that's crazy. That's crazy powerful, right? That's crazy powerful. And then you throw in Master Strike, which on the surface is a really interesting thing, and in reducing the rate cost of rate of execute. So yeah, these changes to Warrior are just. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have to patch it because I mean, just look, and I haven't played the Warrior, but just looking at it, I was like, this. I remember I said this the other day when I looked at this. Like Warriors are gonna be unstoppable. Warriors are gonna be straight up unstoppable. And you said the other one was Rogue. What makes Rogue? I haven't looked at, and I haven't played Rogue in so long. What makes Rogue so strong? They've got well, the ones I really like the Cloak and Shadows because it's more of like a utility for your whole entire group, like in Battlegrounds and Arena. Super cool ability. They can stack 2 poisons. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna play Rogue. I mean, Rogue and Warrior. I mean, I may end up playing both Rogue and Warrior just because they are so strong. Um, hey, Blue, what's up? Is my audio really low? You mean my audio? Let me. Yeah, it's probably just me. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's because I don't have my synapse running. I was improperly prepared for this stream. What a surprise. Yeah, if it's ever low, just say something. Boop. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bip. Is the audio low now? Yeah, sometimes my Razer, like if my like last night my power went out for like a minute for some reason, and so it restarted my computer, and Razer doesn't start automatically. So, but yeah, I think Warrior. I mean, you kind of almost have to play a Warrior. Like when I saw this ability, Master Strike, and I saw this Precision Cut, I was like, I've got to try this out. Like, are you kidding me? If I do Master Strike, right, and it disarms the target for 3 seconds with a sword, and if I have an axe, it immobilizes the target for 4 seconds. If I have a pole arm, deals an additional 100% weapon damage if the target is mounted and dismounts them. Fist weapon. I like the fist weapon when it knocks them down. The cool thing with the fist weapon, which I think would be a lot of fun, is you charge in, right? Here's what you do. You charge in with fist weapons equipped. You charge in, you do that little bit of a stun, because the charge kind of stuns someone for like a second or something. Then you do a little damage, and then you basically use Master Strike with your fist weapon, which knocks people on their ass. And then you weapon swap, right, to like a maces or something. And then you just start fighting. I don't know what the cooldown on Master Strike is, though. Like, how long is the cooldown? Like, it had better be like at least 20 seconds or 30 seconds. If it's like even 20 seconds, I think is too short. I think Master Strike should probably carry a cooldown of about 30 seconds because it's just so powerful. It's so powerful. Um, do they have the new spells up on their website? I don't think they do. Well, wait a minute, but we can see them, right? Here, let's do this. Because since it's a talented ability, although I don't know if I don't think I can see the talent trees though if I'm not level 10, right? Here, level 3 warrior. We need to get our warrior to level 10. Let's see if we can see. I don't think we'll be able to see the talent tree. Yeah, see, we can't see the talent tree until we're level 10. But we'll get her to level 10, then we'll open up the talent tree. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! The windows are different. This is different. It's smaller. Am I losing my mind? Doesn't this look scaled smaller? This window looks smaller to me. Like it's just like the size of it looks smaller. They updated it, didn't they? And then look at this base. There's automatic. This looks different to me. Yeah, it's like laid out in a bigger view. You know, I like it. I mean, it looks better actually. It's a little small, but huh. I'm not using an add-on though. I don't have any add-on. I mean, other than just the vines around the border of the window is my my updated BLP images, but I'm not using an add-on that really changes the way the bars look as far as what's in them. This should be what they look like. Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it looks better. Is there a wolf howling? Is that person naked? I think they are. We're gonna go with some Star Citizen music, I think. Oh, yeah. The only reason I played, the only reason I play human for warriors is because of was because of this, right? Sword specialization and mace specialization. So, actually, I would argue with you there, Volst. I think humans better than Night Elf for warrior, right? The only thing you get with Night Elf, you get what? You get 1% crit at nighttime or something, and you get like 1% dodge. But with the human, you get sword specialization and mace specialization, which means as long as you're using a sword or a mace, your hit rating is going to be quite a bit better, right? I mean, they're both good, and I like them both. But I think when I created Orc beats everything again, but when I created this character, it was just because I was trying to test out a macro, so I wanted it was easier. It's much easier to level a character like to 3 or 4 quickly in the human starting zone than the Night Elf start. Well, that's probably not necessarily true, but it just felt easier to create a human. But if I do create a warrior, I might go Night Elf, because you know I love Night Elves, and the Night Elf animations are pretty cool too on warrior. Yeah, I saw that. That was your image, right? Yeah, I did see that, which is cool. I like that change. I think that's nice. I think that's neat. Yeah, I think that's cool. Well, I want to do the high elves just because I want the pink haired chick. I want the pink haired chick with the crazy bright blue eyes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look how it looks now. Remember, I created one. I created a high elf warrior already. Now, is it going to look different than it did before? Or is it just certain faces or certain skin colors that have the blue eyes, or is it all of them? It's like I can see her eyes are kind of glowing blue, right? See that, right? We have to play Night Owl. Oh, because you're a druid. If you're going druid, yeah, you don't have a choice. Let's take a look. It's a little bit. Doesn't seem very noticeable on this character, but you can see like this blue glow coming out of her eyes. Maybe it's more noticeable on like a one with a darker skin or something. Well, there you see it. Wow, there you can see it. So like in a dark area, like if you're like in a cave or something, your eyes are gonna glow. There. Look at those. Look at those glowing eyes. Her eyes aren't glowing now though. Oh, so there's a bug with them. Look, there's a bug where they don't glow when you're up close. They need to fix that. They need to fix this. That's a bug. But that all they have is they've got enchanting skill increased by 15, generate rage over 5 seconds, right? So they've got the meditation shit, right? Um, I don't know what we. And then they've got swiftness of the rangers, agility increased by 2%, which I think needs to be scaled up. I think they need to change this to 5%. I think to bring the racials in line with the other races, I think really they need to at least bump this up to 5%. And I would add another one. I would add. I don't know. I still would be tempted to add like a dodge one, like the night elves have, like 1% dodge. I don't know. Yeah. Any water around here? See what the animations feel like, right? They used to be worse. Wow. Yeah, the animations aren't too bad. I don't mind the animations. The shield block is really cool. I love the shield block animation is really cool, and I think the dodge. I think the dodge or the parry is a cool animation too. I think you do like the step back. Of course, we're not seeing it because we don't have any dodge. We can't dodge shit apparently. There was the little dodge. See how she kind of steps back to the side. Yeah, which I like. I like that. I actually like that. I've always liked that, and they've always had that. The Blood Elves have it too, and of course the jump is cool. And then the other thing that's cool is the rogue. Like if I do a rogue, hey, what's up, Naga? If I do a rogue on Ambershire, I'll be really tempted to do high elf just because when they stealth, they go down on all fours. Right? Can we create? Let's see. Can we create one? I don't think we have stealth though right off the bat, do we? On rogue, you don't, right? Yeah, the glowy eyes is cool. I just wish it wasn't broken up close, but I guess you don't ever really need to zoom in that far. Are there new skins? Yeah, human rogue is what I normally go for because of the. Actually, no, that's not true. When I play rogue, I usually go night elf because I like coupling shadow meld with. There's times when stealth won't be up, but shadow meld will be up, and you can actually shadow meld to fake people out, thinking that you're actually stealthed, and they'll give up, and which you're just standing in the same place for a few copper. Oh, okay, that's cool. This is just the PvE realm. I do like the glowy eyes. I think the glowy eyes are a nice addition, and the glowing eyes are actually really cool. I like it. They're almost exclusively hunter bound. I think human rogue I like because of the again I like the weapon. The weapon skill rate the weapon skill specialization is really strong. Like of course a lot of times if you're doing like a dagger rogue it's not going to help you, but you're going to be doing swords a lot of times when you're leveling. So there's new skins in the shop. Oh, okay. So we've got Mark of the Dark. We've already had these though. Like these already existed, didn't they? So where's the new skins? Mark of Darkness. That this one might be new, maybe. Mark of Darkness. Mark of Mark of Sorcery is new. Why can't I preview it? You hate the store? Yeah, it's like more of different colored eyes. Is that the only difference? This token will alter your character's skin while leaving the haircut, hair color, and facial features unchanged. So it's only going to alter your skin, which is going to change the color of your skin and probably the color of your eyes. So what we can do is here. Let's do this, right? So we can test it out, right? So let's say we were gonna make a high elf rogue, right? We definitely would pick up that skin. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do hardcore, and we're gonna get it, and then we'll just suicide to reclaim our token. So let's create a new character. We're gonna go. I mean, I don't know. We should do it, Vols. I think we both should go high elves. Vols say we should just go high. Fuck it. Who cares, man? We're not trying to min max. We're just trying to have fun in the game. You know, I'm not. If I can, I don't mind being slightly gimped. I'll kill people anyway. I'll still outplay them. Let's go with rogue, female, and challenges. We want hardcore. Okay, hardcore, right? And we're gonna go face, hairstyle. Style, hair color, and skin color. You don't know about dwarfs so much anymore, no PvP. Yeah. I was taking it to fight off poisons and diseases. Oh, that name is unavailable. Okay.
For
Well, I don't know if that's Shenna's voice, but they really need to stop letting her do the voice because I'm sorry, it just doesn't sound that good. Sorry, Shenna, if that's you. Your voice doesn't really work for fantasy. Sorry, just doesn't. For 10,000 years, it's like no. I don't know if she's Russian or what, but it ain't working. Here, let's not worry. We're not gonna worry about the UI. About fixing the UI. All right, so let's make sure that we're hardcore. You can see hardcore challenge, and let's go for sorcery. We're gonna go skins, and The mark of sorcery. Aye, the mark of sorcery. And there it is. That's kind of creepy looking. What's with the... It's a little bit too much purple. Like, see how it's like going down below? Like she's got crazy purple eyeshadow. Let's try the Let's try the jokes.
The only downside to working with the Alliance is that I never know when I'm going to trip over a gnome. Does the Alliance really need 2 types of elves? I just hate going to Ironforge. All that beer, yet you can't get a single glass of wine anywhere. There's no way I could work with the Horde. They're just so unrefined and lack sophistication.
Yeah, I mean that. I think you would have to go with a different skin color because I mean that's just crazy. That looks really bizarre. Let's try a different. Let's try a different layout, right? So you can't... Yeah.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I see. No, you have to buy it again. You can only buy it once per character. Ooh, look at that Hawk Strider. That's pretty cool. Why is my game... Oh, never mind. I'm gonna try one more.
For nearly 7,000 years.
Her voice is so bad. It is so bad. Okay, so now we went with a darker skin, darker hair color. I'm just curious how this skin's gonna look, right? Okay, we are still a hardcore character. We're going to go to skins, mark of sorcery claim. Yeah, so yeah, it does this really weird. I mean, I feel like I mean, it looks better on the darker skin, but it's just why would they make the purple so dark? It look, you know, it's like I'm a raccoon or something. You know? Yeah. Oh, you can turn it off. That's interesting. I didn't. So that's interesting. They actually allowed you to go back and forth. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like the way my character looks better without that than with it. Right? Oh, let me hit this forest hawk. This is cool. I've never seen a hawk strider as an enemy before. No, they're killing me.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
See that? Yeah, I think that's why it's called sorcery. I think people would use it more on like a mage. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, damn. Look at that. That is dark, right? Some dark skins. Ah. Oh, I screwed up. We screwed up. Oh, just the night elf starting area looks so damn good, doesn't it? Looks nice. Anyways, whatever. So did they add any mark of? No, they've already had these mark of the of Grand Destiny. What? Mark of the Demon Hunter. Night Elf Demon? What the frick? That just looks effed up. That just looks not good. Nature. Alright, let's do Mark of Nature. So it just gives you like these leaves kind of on your arms. Nothing really too amazing, to be honest. Get rid of Mark of Nature, and then we've got Mark of Demon Hunter. And the Demon Hunter gives you the... Yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool if you could get rid of the kind of the bandana. Yeah. I don't think any of these skins are that anything to write home about either.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Hmm. Well, the thing I'm gonna have to figure out tonight, because tomorrow I'm gonna be busy. I'm not gonna be playing WoW during the day tomorrow. I'll probably play WoW tomorrow night. Well, we have plenty of time though, Vols, before the servers come up, because the servers don't come up until like I think the middle of the day, Sunday, like 1 o'clock or something. So I just have to get my rogue macros set up. I got to figure out what add-ons I'm going to use for my rogue. I've got to figure out which macros I'm going to use, and I've got to test them out. So I'd like to level a rogue up to maybe level 10 and play around with some of that stuff. I'm just saying I need to figure out what add-ons and macros I'm going to use in my rogue, and I'd like to get that stuff figured out ahead of time before the servers come out. You just walk back in. I was just saying, whatever class you decide to play, you don't really use macros, so I do. So it would be to my benefit to get it figured out beforehand. Full race stress test tomorrow, is that what they said? Stress testing update. Still more crashes, divine effects. No more stress testing tonight. I'm expecting to start back up likely afternoon EU time. Okay, just kidding. We want to go another round just to quickie get in here. When was that? That came out a while ago, so. Yeah, the server's not up. Okay, here it is. So we got another update from, this is the Epoch. Big results. Here's what is where we are at. Holding 2K players with just human enabled in just 2-3 zones with manageable latency. Too many people in one zone is almost always the bottleneck of your performance. It isn't uncommon to see modern WoW lagging with simply 100 or so people in a zone. This means that reaching up to 10K is definitely on the table with all the starting zones enabled and players spread out across them. There's still something really aggressively wrong with performance on the core. That's not good. But I don't think it will impact launch. I wonder, what is this? There's still something really aggressively wrong with performance on the core, but I don't think it will impact launch. There's some big gameplay bugs to fix up, which will begin tomorrow. Next stress test time will be around EU time. That stress test will have all races available to play. We'll need more people to turn out for that stress test. Yeah. Like I said, I still think we're looking at like a Monday, Tuesday launch. It could be Sunday, but we'll see. But it sounds like he's saying that. I mean, this sentence is the most interesting. There's still something really aggressively wrong with the performance on the core, but I don't think it will impact the launch. He also said there's some big gameplay bugs to fix up, which makes you wonder at. It really makes you wonder at. I don't want to say the competency of the Project Epoch team, but I mean the Epoch was trying to launch this, and they were convinced that it was ready to roll. But now he's saying there's some big gameplay bugs. So you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Which is like So False Day, you're 100% correct. It sounds like Epoch might have had some issues, right? So I don't know, but I think I'm gonna take a break for now. Yeah, yeah, I think that's probably a pretty true statement. You cannot be like so bad at just getting the server up and still be and not bunch the content too. Well, it just seemed like the one thing with Epoch, and I hate to bash on them, but it definitely felt like they were just kind of well, it's pretty clear, I think, and I think we can also probably say this with pretty good certainty, that the Project Epoch team was pretty disorganized. I mean, that was pretty clear in the way they communicated. It's pretty clear in shadow launches and the way things were happening that they were very disorganized. That isn't the case with Dutch, with Project Ascension. We've seen that they're very organized. Things are getting done when they say they're getting done. Communication's very good. So, it's quite possible that moving to Ascension was the best thing that ever happened to Project Epoch. I think we all, I thought when they first moved to Ascension, I was a little concerned, but maybe Ascension is the only thing that could have gotten Project Epoch off the ground into a playable state that people can enjoy. It's possible, right? Because maybe Vol State, maybe you were right all along, and that they never were going to be able to create a quality product. You know what I mean? On their own, because they just too disorganized. Maybe didn't have the right. I don't want to say they didn't have the right skill sets, because obviously they have skill. They have the skill set to do what they're doing. They've created very good content, but maybe they just needed more people. I don't know. Maybe the real Project Epoch was the friends we made along the way. Yeah. But it is quite possible that Ascension, merging with Ascension, was the best thing that ever happened to Project Epoch. So, but I'm gonna stop the stream here just for a bit because I have to help my wife with some stuff. So I'll be gone for like an hour, 2 hours max, and then when I come back, I want to level a warrior to 10 because I want to look at the talents. I want to see what the cooldown is on that new ability they have. And then if I can do that fairly quickly, then I might level a rogue up a little bit just because I want to take a look at some of the rogue's abilities. And then I also need to figure out some rogue add-ons that I'm going to use and some rogue. So I want to play around with the rogue and get some of the macros set up, make sure that they're working correctly. So that's kind of my goal tonight, hopefully. Oh, you think it was just people give you on their launcher? Well, but to be fair, of all state, did they really need to advertise Epoch? I mean, Epoch came with probably 50,000 people. I don't think they needed to advertise it. I don't think it was necessary. And plus, this is all happening so fast. Most of their efforts are going towards getting the servers up. I don't think getting the website changes up is really a priority. So. Yeah, you got a lot of people because of people who are sick of classic WoW. Like, and let's not forget. Let's also not forget that, and this is something that you have to keep in mind, is that people follow streamers a lot, like the big streamers, and most of the big name streamers in the classic scene have stopped playing classic. A lot of the bigger streamers that play classic WoW aren't playing classic WoW anymore. And the people that really love classic WoW, even though their favorite streamers have gone to play other things, they still want to play some version of World of Warcraft. So see the Discovery like saying they were going to end, of course, and then, but I think people really disinterested with WoW. Like a lot of people don't like Mist of Pandaria. So, who is dropping in and out of my Discord? Let me get out of there. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Though I think that the whole purpose, and I talked about this yesterday, and I fully believe that yes, Ascension just wanted people to be playing get onto their launcher because now they're getting exposure to the Ascension ecosystem. Their ecosystem has a lot of different products, and perfect example like this guy, right? Barry Gaming, who's all in on Ascension. He's been streaming one of the versions of Ascension, like Bronzebeard. So, do you think he would be playing Bronzebeard if Epoch hadn't jumped onto the Ascension platform? Probably not. He'd probably be like still just streaming. I mean, maybe he would because he's already played Ascension in the past, but definitely I feel that yeah, for sure they wanted to get people on the ecosystem. so that they can try out. They're like, oh yeah, here's the launcher. Look at all these different versions of WoW. Maybe they play Epoch for like a year, and then eventually they're like, well, I've played Epoch for a year, and the Ascension launcher and this team seems like they have their shit together. Maybe I should try some of their versions of the game. So yeah, it's a win-win situation for them, I think. But I think that they definitely have a deal with Project Epoch to get part. I'm sure they get a percentage of the money, like whatever money is made off the Epoch store. I guarantee you, Ascension is getting a percentage of that. Yeah, it's a no-brainer business move for sure. Yeah. Well, there was Bronzebeard. Yeah. If Ascension team was 100% confident, they'd be advertising it. Not. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. In the meantime, we can play Turtle WoW. We'll play Turtle WoW on Ambershire. So. Did you see what I titled this stream? I called it Epoch Ascent: The Revenge of Kaytotes. Yeah. That was some weird shit though. Was it? I couldn't tell if it was Kaytotes or Magic they were talking about. That was the one who put like the thing that deleted all their messages. Was it Kaytotes? In the hour-long interview with him, where someone interviewed for an hour, he sounded so like confident and arrogant. That's why that seems so weird. But he definitely was defensive. Like his comments and updates on the Epoch Discord there were some really defensive remarks that he made that was coming from someone who was being very defensive, you know, and very irritated with the community. And I can't blame him. The Epoch community is total garbage, to be honest. I mean, the Discord on Epoch is such a joke, man. And I can't believe I'm sorry, but I wouldn't put up with that crap. Like if I was, if I was Ascension, you go to the Epoch General. I mean, the stuff that gets posted in here. I posted that GIF earlier today. Like all the gay shit and just I would warn people for that stuff. Like I'm not seeing much of it right now, but there was just so much of it earlier. It was really bad. You know, I've seen this GIF posted like about 100 times today. And the whole preg thing, I don't know what the deal is with all that. A lot of the same, like this kind of shit. I would warn people. I mean, if I was the moderator of this and I started seeing all this kind of gay shit, I'd warn people and say we don't need gay, lesbian, sexually explicit crap. I'd keep it cleaner. I like this kind of shit. Even though that's a cartoon, I still wouldn't allow it. I like the same thing. I would warn people over this kind of shit. This kind of shit. I mean, come on. I wouldn't put up with that crap if I was the moderator. I'd just fucking warn people and say you're gonna get put in timeout. And if you keep it up, you're gonna get banned. Because it's like who even wants to go to the Epoch General Discord? It's a total shit show. It's a bunch of fucking children. Yeah, they did a stress test the night with Matt Miles. As far as I could tell, it was successful. And they got lots of feedback. They found some bugs. He said that they're going to do another stress test tomorrow, and but it sounds like they still have a lot of stuff to fix. He also said there were some pretty significant gameplay bugs that need to be fixed, but it didn't sound like anything they couldn't fix. But kind of like what Volstay was saying, that they found some gameplay bugs that are probably Project Epoch bugs that they had in the game that need to be fixed. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I think the next 2 or 3 days are going to be very interesting. People were duping items. What do you mean duping items? You mean like duplicating items? What do you mean? What do you mean they were duping items? They were like storing like they were like they were duplicating them. How were they duplicating them? They were like exploiting, you mean? You don't know? They were somehow duplicating items? Again, I don't want to hate on Epoch, although it's pretty easy to be honest. But I think when Epoch said we're not going to wipe the servers and we're just going to go through and like trying to clean out people's gold and stuff. I mean, that was so shady, right? That's so shady. Oh, we're not gonna wipe the server. We're gonna let people start from where they were. There're gonna be people that are like level 15. We're gonna go through and just make sure that they don't have too much gold for a character of that level. There's still gonna be shit that's gonna get missed. I mean, these guys have not shown that they're thorough. They've not shown that they're organized, and they've not even shown that they're, to be honest, very proficient at doing their job. Right? He was a guild leader. So Enix, who was on the team, was a guild leader of a guild. Yeah, that's fucked up. Nobody who's part of the team should be a guild leader in the game. That's yeah, that's not right. Remember there was one private server project where there was one guy who was on the project who was like creating gold and giving it to people in his guild in the game and shit. I can't remember which project that was. But I think it was Elysium. Maybe, I can't remember. The shenanigans, private servers are so full of them. All right, man. I'm gonna shut the stream off for now. Like I said, I'll probably come back. If I don't come back, it's because I'm still playing, but I'm maybe watching a movie or something. I may not want to like stream later because I got a bit of a headache. So you played with Intex before? What's he like, Mr. Rogers? You're back from In and Out. What's the latest? Just that they said that they're gonna do another stress test tomorrow, Jr. That, and I'm probably gonna go take a break. Well, the thing with that, Miles, is that Ascension WoW uses Trinity Core. And Ascension WoW has plenty of servers that run fine with thousands of people. You know what I mean? And they use Trinity Core. So I don't think Trinity Core is really an issue. At least it shouldn't be. And if Ascension WoW is using Trinity Core and it handles tons of people, then you know. Your bad timing, JR. That's all good, man. I may come back in a couple hours. I don't know. Like I said, I have to play. I have to level Warrior into Rogue, and because I want to experiment with some. I want to experiment with some macros in the Rogue and some add-ons in the Rogue, and the Warrior. I just want to see a specific talent and see what the cooldown is, and it'd be nice to actually be able to use that ability, but I don't think I would be able to because it's. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be like level 20 to get it. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I gotta be like level 20 before we get Master Strike, whatever it's called. Yeah, Master Strike. Yeah, I think one thing that seems to be clear to me is that after looking at all the stuff that they've found so far, even in just in the stress tests and setting up the servers, is that Project Epoch was not going to have a successful launch or anytime soon. Like if they didn't merge with Ascension, it could have been months to maybe never that we would have saw a release of Project Epoch that was a quality product. At least it feels that way, you know. Yeah, and with the fragile nature of the people on the team, and I'll say that again, with the fragile nature mentally, and with the disorganization of that team, which is clear that they're disorganized, I kind of am inclined to agree with Valse that they never would have released. They never would have released a version that would have been very good. So they just seem like a project that was set to implode. And again, we don't know. We're not behind the scenes. So I say that, and that's just an opinion. I could be 100% wrong, you know. And I'm not trying to bash on the people of Project Epoch, you know. You know, I mean, I don't know Kaytotes personally. I don't know any of those people personally. So we're just giving opinions based on what we've seen, you know. Yeah, they definitely have the modding talent. Yeah. Yeah, I think they were still, you know, well, you gotta also keep in mind that Project Epoch was never meant to be a big project. You know, they were never trying to do this. This isn't something they were trying to do. And that's what's also really interesting about it, is if you think about it, they were trying to just create a very simple fan-made project that maybe them and their friends and a few other people could play. Maybe they could get like, you know, a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000 people on the server, and that's all they were trying to do. They weren't trying to be a big project. They might not have even been creating this to really make a ton of money. But then once you get to the point where you have 50,000 people trying to play your server, then that's when the greed starts to kick in. That's when the greed starts to kick in. If you've got 50,000 people trying to play your private server, it doesn't take much to make money. I mean, just look at their sponsors, right? They've already got like over 300 some odd sponsors. They're easily getting anywhere from $3,000 to probably $6,000 a month just in sponsors. You know, and then so you look at that, you look at 50,000 people trying to play your game. If you get up even like the most rudimentary cash shop that sells some basic cosmetics or maybe some bags or something, you can make a shit ton of money, right? I mean, if you look at Turtle WoW, Turtle WoW has a 36 slot bag that you can buy in Turtle WoW. It costs €30 to buy that bag. That's a lot of money. I mean, for me, that's a lot too. I'm in the United States. I mean, euros. That's like probably like 35. I don't know what the conversion rate is right now. USD to euro. Yeah, it's 0.85 euro. So if I need €30, I need $35. It's 35 US dollars. It's cost me $35 to buy a 36 slot bag for a character on Turtle WoW. That's a lot of money. And if I want to outfit my character with full 36 slot bags, what is that? 4 bags? You know, that's $140, and that's just me. What if there's, you know, 100 people want to do that? You know, now you're up in thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Pretty? So when does the greed kick in for Project Epoch? You know, has it? I think it's already kicked in. They were already working on a store. You know, they were already working on a store when Magic left. So what was going to be in the store? You know, when you talk about the fact that Ascension makes millions a year and Project Warmane makes millions a year and Turtle WoW makes millions a year, it doesn't take a genius to sit there and look at your project and be like, I have an opportunity to make so much money. I don't need to work anymore. I don't need to do my regular job. I could just do this and make millions. You bought all the bags, an auctioneer, mailbox mule, and a chicken mount, all with Bitcoin. Dude, I'm gonna kill you. Don't buy stuff with Bitcoin. Yeah, whoever's behind Turtle WoW, they're pretty geniuses to take Bitcoin that early. They're probably laughing. Think about that though. All that whatever Bitcoin purchases people made, Paul's Day for Turtle WoW, if they saved their Bitcoin, you know, think how much money that's worth now. Well, yeah, you'd be stupid not to have a crypto option. You'd be absolutely stupid not to have a crypto option. Everybody should have a crypto option. Because guess what? Every time someone gives you crypto, you're making out like a bandit. I'm sure they more than tripled it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how it's what they did, but I guarantee you money that's made in the Ascension store or the Epoch store, I guarantee you a percentage of that goes straight to Project Ascension. Did you see Bitcoin was dropping again? Did it drop any more? Let me check. I almost timed the bottom perfectly though. Let's see. I I bought. Oh, I didn't time it. It went all the way down to 116,000. It went to 116,891. I bought in. I bought some Bitcoin yesterday at 100 and. Of course, on Robinhood it was said it was 117, but you know how there's that overlap. There's that spread shit which always screws you over. Like it says, "Hey, Bitcoin's 117,000," but when I bought it, it said you bought it at 118,000. I'm like, well, why did I buy it at 118,000 when it says it's currently at 117? That's just the way crypto works. Sucks. Streamers shift to Bronzebeard. Ascension wins. Yeah, for sure. World of RuneScape got a lot of coverage just because of the migration of Epoch. Yeah. Well, you gotta look. Streamers are always trying to stream something that they think will get them viewers. You know, they don't always stream what they don't always play a game they want to play. You know, you almost bought 10K Bitcoin in 2010. Oh, JR, man. Yeah. No, I don't have any interest in Bronzebeard Purdy at all. There's somebody on my Discord who was playing Bronzebeard, and after I saw like how it played, like how it worked, like how you were getting like green gear at like level 2, like you were getting like way too many. It just does. It just looks more like a retail version of the game. That's the way Ascension's always been. Ascension's projects always feel like some sort of weird retail bastardization of the game. They're not in any way keeping with the essence of vanilla. Yeah, they don't keep it with the essence of vanilla WoW. They're not vanilla WoW like. You don't get on there and level and feel like you're playing vanilla. You play like you feel like you're playing some weird retail game. Too many systems, too many things. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. I'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later, man. I gotta go.